Wait a minute, there we go, there's the volume. How's everyone doing? It's VM Compost, it's not Evil Mage. It's gonna be impossible for me to do that voice, or he's not gonna drop by for 4 hours. Can you hear me okay? Because we've got that scary music playing as well as my own voice. Do we hear the Halloween theme at the same time that we're hearing me? Is everything okay? Tell me there before we get the stream started, so that we can have some scary music happening at the same time that I'm playing the game over here. I think we've got a good mix of the scary music plus my voice, so let me know there in the chat if I don't. And it's gonna be a scary Halloween time. We've got some cool, scary Innistrad wallpaper. When we go offline, it'll look like this. Very scary demon drinking blood. When we're starting the stream new, we've got a werewolf ready to attack. And when we beat RB, we have a poor little angel that is lost in the woods. And then in the game, we've got it over here with just a background, and you know how that goes. So I'm just gonna have some of this Halloween music playing in the background. That comes from the latest Halloween theme, but I'm gonna put it back on the classic. I'm gonna have, this one is 42 minutes long, so we're gonna have a 42 minutes long playing of some Halloween themed music. And there we go. The music's a little loud. Okay, no problem. We can go over here. Definitely tell me. All right, decreasing it there. Let me know how that sounds. And we'll see how my voice sounds. We obviously want to hear me more than this copyrighted music. Obviously, I'm not monetizing this one because it's not going to fly by the YouTube censors. Well, not censors, but copyright police. So, yep, I got my cool new... you can hear me now. Great. So I've got my cool new, as I was just saying earlier, Evil Mage might stop by. I'm cosplaying as Evil Mage at the moment, actually. He might stop by a little bit later, but right now I'm cosplaying as Evil Mage. As you can see, I really have the the style ready to go, right? Evil Mage 2.0. Well, we've got a lot of gameplay to do. We've got a crack-a-pack to do. I have a pack of one more pack of Commander Legends. I opened one last week, and I'll open up another one this week. And I think I have a snack chat. No, it's not worms or bat entrails or anything like that. It's chocolate. And so we've got some gameplay to do. We've got a lot of spooky cards to play with, and a spooky draft, and all of that. So actually, before I get started to play for real, what is this new event here? Edge of Night. This is, I think, a new event that I haven't seen. Blah, 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 blah. Bring a 60-card singleton deck that's not afraid of the dark. Each time night falls, you will lose one life. There we go. Stevie, welcome. It's not Evil Mage, actually. I am cosplaying as Evil Mage. So, the illusion is complete. Shared with your puzzle quest. Thanks so much. Maybe they'll stop by. We'll have some spooky fun. Now, for me, it's Saturday, October 30th. So, for your neck of the woods, it is right now Halloween for all of you, I bet, right? But right now, I'm preparing for Halloween for tomorrow, and I'm cosplaying as Evil Mage and playing a bunch of scary cards. So, if we got a Moo bot appearing, what is this saying? Good day, fellow humans. If you recently changed your password on Twitch, please log into your dashboard and re-grant any lost access. I thought I already did, but thank you, Moo bot. All right. Anyone hear about the scary hack that happened on Twitch? Basically, Twitch got completely hacked. All their source code got thrown to the internet. Spreadsheets full of people and how much they make on Twitch, and now people know that I make 99 cents from Twitch. Anyway, so what is this event here? Bring a 60-card singleton deck that's not afraid of the dark. Each time night falls, you will lose one life and draw a card. At the end of your turn, you'll bring Eternal Night back. Eternal Night card styles from Innistrad back from out of the darkness. There are 14 styles to collect. Okay. I guess we might play that at some point, although I don't really have a singleton deck. Well, I kind of can have a singleton deck. I can take one of my Brawl decks that I haven't upgraded yet, and that's singleton, so maybe we'll put that in there. No COVID rules have... yeah, but no. COVID rules have limited this year. Oh, okay. Yeah, we have the resurgence happening again. I know across the ditch they are supposedly opening up a little bit more, but I don't know, we should keep it safe so that we can have a real scary time next year. Okay, so I think I can play this think I can play this event for today's gold digging. I just need to craft it over here. So I'll go to decks. I have all of these Brawl decks that are that are singleton, but that if I just set them to singleton, then I think we can use them for this event. So for the moment, I will clone that. So how's everyone doing this day? Any plans for Halloween? Okay, where do we go here? Singleton, traditional, historic, limited. Yes, we will be here, no worries. Go get that Eye of Newt to enjoy on stream. Singleton? Is this going to work if I do singleton right here? Done. This deck has the following decks in this form. It must be at least 60 cards. Whatever. Save. Is this even going to work? Let's read this event again. What does this say? It says, bring a 60-card singleton deck that's not afraid of the dark. Does it have to be standard? Let's check right here if it's going to work. I think it's only standard, right? I don't even have a deck ready for this event. Don't know if I'll be able to play it then. Yeah, I guess this has to be a singleton standard deck, because pretty much everything here is not valid. Well, yeah, I have like almost no deck at all for the singleton. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna take time to craft this at the moment. Gonna play some other things. Now, all of you, you can tell me how's the volume. It sounds pretty light on my headphones, but if it's too loud for you, let me know. Got some scary variations of the Halloween theme going on. Anyway, let's just play some gold digging for the day. Hopefully Evil Mage makes an appearance like last year. Perhaps if we all say his name 3 times at some point he might appear, and to give us some good strategy. So speaking of evil stuff, that one of the challenges of the day is to do the 20 black spells. So now we're talking. Let me switch over to a Liliana deck. Now we'll do this other black deck over here. This will be the gold digging for today. It's 3 different people on the stream have to say Evil Mage 3 times all together, and then that will summon him. Clearly that's what I meant. Alright, so we got a Chainer's Edict, very evil card. Phyrexian Obliterator, extremely evil card. Bolus's Citadel, oh yeah, this is just one of my many evil decks. So we'll play this one to try to get the gold digging for today. And then I've got a Serarark, which is another evil. Yeah, we can do the Liliana deck as well. She's got a zombie theme with the graveyard and all that evil stuff. So as I said, I'm cosplaying Evil Mage, because obviously Evil Mage's original cloak is just pure black, like his heart. But mine has accents of red, like the blood that I will use for my dark rituals on my Ashnod's altar. And the opponent, Mixed Bloods, will be my first sacrifice because they are taking forever. Let's actually switch up the music just a bit. I think an hour. Hey there, Jakivis, how are you doing? Happy Halloween. I am here trying to play my evil black deck versus my opponent. They're taking forever, so I'm gonna have to sacrifice them on my Phyrexian altar. But okay, they're getting started. Happy Halloween as well. If you can hear it, I've got some Halloween music playing in the background. which of course is going to get me demonetized. Well, I'm not even monetizing the stream, but I'm going to switch over. I have another cool background music over here. This one's some scary dark wave. Let's listen to this one a bit. Too loud, sorry. I think that was way too loud. I think that's a better volume right there. Let me know if that's a better volume. This is 80s retro dark wave. Alright, opponent, finally, thank you. How does the volume sound on this 80s retro dark wave? Sorry if it popped your headphones off for a moment. Spice Girls, you know what I want, what I really, really want. That is definitely terrifying. They had cool dance moves, however. Well, opponent, did you get lost in the oubliette because the opponent's not doing anything at all? We should give a shout out to Rick. He's often requesting Evil Mage content. Although I am not Evil Mage at the moment, I'm merely cosplaying Evil Mage. We should let him know that the stream is going on. Right? I think this opponent timed out or something. Oh, there we go. They got lost in the Bajuka Bog. But okay, fine. Although that's a win. Although it didn't get me any gold. I guess. Even though I didn't do anything, I got 25 experience. Fine. Let's try to play for real. So there's this great YouTube channel called, is it Trash Theory or Thrash Theory? I think it's Trash Theory. This is a really good music channel on YouTube where this guy from England talks about like the great British bands and such. A little bit more modern ones, of course, you know, the Beatles and all of that, of course, are a given. But he's doing these documentaries on British bands like The Prodigy and such, and it goes really deep into he goes deep into like the history of these various bands and such. He actually did a Spice Girls video where I found out way more than I thought about them. I thought they were just like, okay, well, you know, some fun pop music. I don't really know too much about them. And they kind of were actually rocking their whole aesthetic and persona and demographic and everything. And they, in a very male-dominated music scene, they forged their own path and became one of the most famous and profitable bands ever. So at least on that front, that's pretty cool. Alright, Akiri is the opponent. I'll have a Chainer's Edict ready, because that gets around her indestructibility. So hopefully they don't have any other creature before that. They'll probably play some other creature, and then my Edict won't be as good. You have to remember that this Chainer's Edict... Okay, there we go. They're going to play Akiri turn 3, and then I've got Chainer's Edict. Oops. Anyway, I keep forgetting. Okay, I gotta remember that Chainer's Edict is, of course, sorcery speed. And I have this cool new underhanded designs enchantment. Whenever I play an artifact, I can pay mana and do stuff, and then sacrifice that Underworld's design, and then have it sacrifice. Oops, okay, sorry, Akiri. Never play against a black player. Well, I could destroy all creatures, or I could destroy one creature. If I destroy one creature, I can do 2 spells at once. Thusly. Then play the Signet. Can't draw off of that. Oh, I can't. Actually, I can pay for itself. Amazing. So one of the things I'm going to do a little bit later is mix myself a nice evil drink. And maybe maybe the stream will get even more evil as I consume it. Okay. So let's bring out my evil obelisk, and whoops, something evil happened here. It tapped it for me. It tapped it wrong for me. So don't love that. But let's hold on to our underhanded design. I keep wanting to say underhanded embrace. If you underhand her embrace, then you're gonna get slapped. But anyway, if they are able to summon, if they have one more mana and then they summon, oops, they missed it. Okay, fine. I was gonna say, well, might as well get rid of it now. One less creature to deal with. There we go. All right, so here's a fun 1, 2, 3, 4. Here's a fun evil part of my deck. Is if I do that. Some reason your Twitch stream isn't showing up on your computer, but it is showing up on your phone. That's very weird. Twitch has been acting very weird. Sorry about that. If you want to come over to YouTube, I'm also simul-streaming on YouTube. Just find me VM Campos on YouTube, and the stream might be smoother there. Maybe from that recent hack, stuff got weird. Try to check my system over here. I'd have to stop everything and restart. My system seems to show Twitch is all right. All right. Well, hexproof is cool. Maybe I should just destroy there. We should just destroy their... Yeah, let's do that. We should destroy their hexproof thing. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then, if they get their 5th mana and they summon their commander, oops, not yet, okay. You can learn, you can discard a card and draw something else, maybe a land. You seem to need a land. Yep, dropped in equipment. Still no land. Fine, that's gonna get bigger and bigger. Bolus of Citadel, my most favorite evil card. Let's see what we pull off the top. There we go. Let's get evil. Take 4 damage to draw 2 cards? Sure. Bring stuff back from the graveyard with 21 life? Yeah, we can afford that. Let's just show a big show of force. There we go. That's what we're talking about. And then I'm getting a little life back from that doggy pursuit. I should change the name of this deck to Evil. There you go, you got your 5th mana. Opponent, finally you can resummon your opponent, but it'll be completely vulnerable to my evil machinations. How do y'all like to say it? Machinations or machinations? We should consult the originator of that Machiavelli, right? It comes from Machiavelli. Or in the original Italian, Machiavelli. So, there you go. Let's get some Asararic doing stuff. And they're just gonna concede because, yep, evil deck does evil things. Film at 11. Alright, so in honor of the scary holiday, tell me all your favorite scary movies. 1 through 3. Tell me all your favorite scary movies. Define scary however you want. But as for myself, I will say, how will I say? My favorite scary movies. Okay, yes, number 1, Night of the Living Dead, the classic 1968 George A. Romero movie, a bleak, nihilistic black and white movie that defined the zombie genre for the next, what is that, how many years has it been since 1968? 50 years or so? They go first, and I hate their commander. I have removal, but on turn 3. Let me check this out. Okay, turn 1, swamp. Turn 2, they're gonna summon their commander, start to then have 4 power on the board already. Right there. Obviously, it would be way better if I had removal already. But okay, next turn here, Elspeth's Nightmare will remove their commander. Ayara, they cannot resummon their commander at that point. Well, they'll still get their zombie. Yeah. Well, you'll be sorry once I get all of my... Once I get my board wipes. You can drop their 4th land and bring it back, no problem. So yeah, definitely. Maybe they got greedy and thought, well, it's a mono black deck. Yeah, they got greedy. They missed the land drop. Maybe they thought, well, it's a mono black deck, so I'll just... There's their other land drop. Okay. Board wipe. Oh, that's close enough. Let's look at your hand. Lots of good stuff there, but I think that Mirror Shield's got to go. I'm gonna hold on to my Erebos' intervention to get their commander again. Okay. Gonna village rights instead. I'm gonna wipe their graveyard. No, they're just gonna recast it. No, that got exiled. Never mind. Okay. 1 land drop. There's no 1/1 to deal with. If I tap 2, then I still have 3 that I could spend. It's pausing for a single black mana. That costs 6. It's a big old 5/5. I should hold on to my removal spell because there's a lot of synergy with that commander. They'll drain me when they summon it, they'll make a zombie. Yeah, that's exactly what they want. Very good, okay. Let's just wipe it at the moment. Do 3, gain some 3 life on that, remove their commander. Well, come on, board wipe. have way too much synergy and presence and such, too many combos and everything. Let's move on to someone else. I really needed that board wipe. Just a few more black spells, and then we'll get today's winnings, and then we've got other things we're gonna play today. We're gonna do draft. I've also got a crack-a-pack, so I've got a booster pack of Commander Legends. I opened one last week. I got another one to open this week. Maybe we could also look through. I mentioned on Twitter that I found a Star Wars comic, or a graphic novel, whatever, a compilation right here. So this is Star Wars Infinities. This is a really cool concept. I'll talk about this in a moment. I wanted to get it off of eBay, and then I saw it at the thrift store, and I thought, hey, that's exactly what I want. So I'll scoop it up. So no takers on everyone's favorite scary movies. I was starting to say Night of the Living Dead is one of my favorite ones. It started the whole zombie genre, so I'm going to count that. I'm trying to decide which of the Friday the 13th movies that I like the best. So I could go with number 1 because it started that whole genre, but spoiler alert, Jason Voorhees is not the killer on part 1. I could say part 2, because he becomes the killer there, but he doesn't have his iconic hockey mask. I could say part 3, because that's where he gets his iconic hockey mask, but it's also marred by a 3D effect that looks really bad. I'll go with 4. I think a lot of people say part 4 is their favorite. That begins the journey of Tommy Jarvis versus Jason. So I'll probably pick Friday the 13th Part 4, the final chapter. Spoiler alert, it wasn't the final chapter, there would be like 10 more movies after that. Alright, double blue, what are you gonna do with double blue? Nothing, but you pass. Okay. It might be a counter spell, but Joyra doesn't usually do counter spells, I think. Will I discover the very first Joyra player that is actually running counter spells? Joyra always plays artifacts. Are they going to opt at the final moment? No, I guess not. Okay, mana ramp. 1 mana of any color. Let's just keep the Asararch party going. Scry me into something good. 3, 4, 5, Sight and Blood, more card draw. Sure. I got removal. I've got close enough to get the Bolas of Citadel. Bastion of Remembrance. Okay, here's enough mana for their commander, and then I don't have the mana to Doomblade at that moment. But instead they're going to do that. Okay. What do I want to do? Probably play Asararch 1 time. Hold up 2 mana for Doomblade. And even if they have enough mana to protect their Joyra, I can... I've got 2 removals. Okay, so let's see what they do here. They have plenty of mana to also spend on doing that. Okay, let's do that, and let's do that. Artifacts cost less. Okay. 6 mana, Bolus's Citadel. Okay. They can replay Joyra at that moment. They have 1 mana left over. Nope. Chromatic Orrery. How do I get rid of Chromatic Orrery? Do I have Meteor Golem? We'll draw a couple cards. I went into 3 lands. Amazing. Okay. I would scry next turn. Okay, let's scry into something. Scry into something good. Rise of the Dark Realm, so I want to pay 9 life to bring back all creatures from graveyards, and there really aren't that many useful creatures in the graveyards. Let's scry into something else. We'll draw more cards here. Do I want to lose 6 life? Sure. I draw 2 cards, opponent discards 2 cards, and then I have to discard 1 card, and then have a land off the top, so okay. They have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, they have like 12 mana. So we'll be able to recast Joyra, cast a few artifacts, draw some cards off of that. Can't do my Soul Shatter yet. Okay, they're gonna refill their hand for a moment. They have lots of mana. Okay, they're gonna double. Huh. You can do a Spark Double. Okay. Well. Treasure map, get me a cool removal off the top of my deck. That's not removable. Alright, let's exile some stuff. Ooh, select the card, but I have no mana to play that. But I can't play for it, so okay, fine. Let that go through. Decline that. Instead, how about we play a Phyrexian Obliterator? Well, situation's getting dire. They have 1,000,000 mana, they have Joyra, they're gonna draw a bunch of cards, so this is gonna be big trouble. But they don't really do anything. They're drawing a lot of cards, but what are they trying to draw into? Well, I guess we'll hang out here in the chat while the opponent takes 10 years to draw cards, so... How's everyone doing? Did I tell you all I'm on a brand new app called Whatnot, which is like live eBay. I've been wanting to start to pare down. The. Okay, so you took 50 years to finally do that. God damn. You better have drawn into that eventually if you had it in your hand from day one and wasting my time, opponent idiot. Fine, let's go to the next. See, I knew right away that a Joyra deck is trouble. That is definitely one of those CEDH type of decks. It's very easy to craft and to get a lot of value out of it. Well, how's everyone doing? I think everyone's asleep. No one's saying anything on chat, so We might take a little break and then keep playing, perhaps. Any good deals at the moment? Not at the moment. Okay, we're going to take a short little break. Maybe things will liven up a little bit, and then we'll play on the next events. Alright everyone, and we are back to the stream. Thanks on that. Let me show you my other updated screens for Halloween. You saw the BRB screen right there. Let's look at the other ones. So I've got the offline. Got some evil demon enjoying the blood of the sacrificed right over there. Then we've got the starting soon art. This werewolf can't contain itself to go into battle starting soon. And then the BRB art right there, a poor little angel lost in the scary woods. Will she be right back? Maybe. And then it's very subtle, but on my game over here, if I turn off the main game like this, right here, we have scary vampire right there. But then, you know, the art's covering everything. And those are the bits of art that I've got working on this stream today. They're all from original Innistrad, and actually they're pretty old because the file size is completely old. Right now, of course, we're running with HD 1920 by 1080p, but then that original art is set as like 640 by 480. That's Soren sleeve. Which one? The one in the game? Let me go back to it. Yeah, they've got some new arts at the moment. Let's jump through the various things today. Yeah, if you get the bundle, which is the one that you have to pay for at the moment, you would get either that Olivia sleeve on the left or the new Soren on the right. It reminds me a little bit of like Vampire Hunter D. Anyone remember that classic anime, Vampire Hunter D? Got some other sleeves, I think. Oh, here we go. We have these sleeves there. Now that's from the old set, Innistrad Midnight Hunt. Who cares about that? That came out, last month. What we care about now is the new set that's coming out next month. This is the new vampire version of things. So we're gonna get some gameplay going on in just a moment. Thanks everyone for coming to hang out with me on Halloween or pre-Halloween. I made myself my evil drink here. See, it's green, just like the Blob from the original movie that was terrorizing a town. Although I believe in the sequel it was red, but in the original Blob movie it was green. That'll do the trick. All right, so I never saw the movie. Is it good? How many parts of that were? Are we thinking of which one are we thinking of? I think there's been more than one Transylvania. Are we thinking the animated one, right? The computer animated one? Or are we thinking of the old one from the 80s with Jeff Goldblum? So, let's play one more game of gold digging, even though I dug all the gold. But let's play one more game. Let's have a Liliana battle. This mono black deck did stuff. It was fun. But let's do Liliana. Okay, so let's vote here in the chat. Which of these? Regular Liliana, kind of? Do we want zombie-focused Liliana, or do we want Professor Onyx? Oops, Professor Onyx, who is cosplaying, or Liliana, who's cosplaying as Professor Onyx. So what do we want to go for? Regular Liliana, zombie Liliana, or cosplayer Liliana? Let me know. I'll play one more game of this, and then we'll get into draft. We're going to do draft. We've got a crack-a-pack, other cool stuff on tonight's stream. And with that drink, I may devolve into true evilness, because it's basically sugar, lime juice, and gin. So we gotta vote for the zombie Liliana in honor there. Anyone else? What do we want to play for one more game before we get into the draft? Zombie Liliana, regular Liliana, cosplay Liliana. We'll play that one moment, and then we've got Crack-a-Pack. It's pretty fun music, right? This is retro wave, they call it. So it's a pastiche of 80s music, and there's been different versions of it. And this one is the like horror synth 80s music, and it's retro horror wave. What's it called officially? Retro dark wave. That's what it is. Dark wave. Retro dark wave horror synth. All right, let's do a Liliana Zombies. Uh-oh, black versus black. And they're gonna do discard. So let's see who goes first. It looks like they're gonna go first, so they have definitely an advantage. They're gonna do turn one Thoughtseize and the like, turn 2 discard, turn 3 their commander, and then decimate my hand. So this is gonna be very tough. Eat to Extinction will remove their Planeswalker, but yeah, this is gonna be a really tough battle, because they're just gonna totally decimate my hand, and it's a Planeswalker, so I'm gonna have to keep pulling Planeswalker removal. I don't know. I don't have good thoughts with this against this player. And they go first, so I don't want to be pessimistic, but it's going to be a challenge against this player. But we'll see. Davriel versus Liliana. So turn 2, they might do a card discard spell. No? Okay, well, they're playing very slowly. Playing very slowly, so... Can we afford to play? I don't think they're gonna have a lot of creatures, so let's just do some ramp. Okay, turn 3 they're gonna hit me with their Davriel, make me discard something. I guess I'll discard the Trespasser's Curse, and then we'll let them know that that's an amazing Planeswalker. So we'll do that. We can do our own Liliana. Let's do Planeswalker versus Planeswalker, although only their Planeswalker is just drop the Liliana over there. Their Planeswalker is just as a minus ability. Mine is a plus ability, and then eventually she has an ultimate. Well, actually not really an ultimate. If they don't make me discard anything more, I can play a land next turn and summon another Liliana. Whoops, okay. Fine, I can live with that. We'll do the who cares, because it's better than one Liliana on the battlefield, 2 Lilianas on the battlefield. Oh yeah, the problem here is that they're going to be exiling my graveyard. Oh man, I had so much good stuff in there, but okay, fine. I've got board presence now. I've got double Lilianas. The best minions know what I need without ever saying a thing. Oops. And destroy my thing. Are they gonna minus? They're probably minus. They can't minus Davriel. They have nothing to... They don't have enough mana to recast it, and they're like, never mind. The guys that you call the types of Planeswalkers Vanguard Planeswalkers. Oh, why? Because the Vanguard card has like an effect that affects the whole game. Interesting. I wouldn't have thought it was a Pokemon music, but according to my... I can actually show it here. It's probably related to it, but let's do this. Switch to web browser, and then switch to the music I'm playing. I'm playing this off of YouTube. Let me switch it over here. Web browser. Different web browser, but here we go. This is what I'm playing. It came from the 80s, Volume 6, a retro dark wave horror synth special. 1.5 million views, 42,000 thumbs up, 693 thumbs down. The only people that thumbs down this are the children that played this on accident and got scared, or their parents. Actually, that's not the one I'm playing. No, yes it is. Never mind. Yeah, that's the one I'm playing. I've got these other ones on the queue. In the queue. You started saying it and it just stuck, huh? Yeah, that's exactly it. You know, you did something so long you forgot what was the point. Just like the conflict in the Middle East. Oh, controversial. So let's get back to the game. And I guess we can switch over to now do a draft. Hey there, government official. Who am I? I am VM Campos cosplaying as Evil Mage, the famous magic YouTuber that reviews evil things, and I'm cosplaying as them because I wanted to honor them for Halloween. Happy Halloween to you, government official. Hopefully you're enjoying your government pension. That is some good gin. And let's get back here. We want another one. Or so what do we want to do? Do we want to play the draft, or do we want to open a pack? We want to crack a pack. We want to crack a pack or do the game. I have a booster pack. Commander Legends. that I can open up and we see what fun stuff we get? Or do we want to draft first? Do we want to open the pack first, or do we want to draft on Arena first? Everyone in the chat there, what do you think? Vote! Do we want to crack a pack now? Has Kitty attacked my robe? No, he's asleep over there, luckily, but he would have definitely attacked it because this is the most hyper cat I've ever dealt with. Everything is an adventure, everything is biteable, and although he was looking at me weird when I put the robe on, because, because cats are weird. We gotta vote for the card for the pack. Okay, let's do the pack. We'll look at these Star Wars comic a little bit later. I'll tell you what this is. I was really happy to find this. Yeah, let's open up the pack right here. So we'll open up this booster pack. Commander Legends. Let's see how many jeweled lotuses we get. Or other good stuff. Music's a little loud. Okay, should I go in and decrease the music a little bit? Is this retro dark wave music a little too loud and giving everyone nightmares? Let me see here. I think the different tracks are at different volumes, so maybe that might be a little better. Let me know if that's a little better, if it's not too scary. Alright, so wouldn't it be amazing if I get a regular jeweled lotus as well as a foil jeweled lotus? Let me just fix my webcam to focus it. Configure video, and we'll go over to focus right here. We'll lock focus at this point right there. So you're saying it's better? Okay, very good. So let's look through these cards. Deranged Assistant, 2 mana, mill a card, and then add colorless. Ooh, there we go. I love this card. Universal Solvent. Sacrifice it, destroy target permanent. So get rid of their land, their planeswalker, get rid of anything except an emblem. It does take 8 mana, but 8 mana is a pittance in yeah, I can send you, I'll keep one and then I'll send you one, exactly. If I get 2 jeweled, I will make that promise right now. If I get 2 jeweled lotuses in this pack, I'm going to keep one and I'll send you the other one, Mark. Boarding Party, 6 mana, it's got haste, it's got cascade, you get a free card. You get a 6/3 with haste and you get a free card. Amazing. Plus Pirates. Omen Speaker, 2 mana, 1/3. When it enters, scry 2. So see the future, and you get a 1/3. Yeah, like a 2/2 for 2. This is definitely the power creep, isn't it? Back in the old days, a 2/2 for 2 was amazing. And now we have a 2 mana, 1/3, and a scry. Power creep is real. Inspiring Roar, 4 mana, sorcery, put a +1 counter on each creature you control. I like that. A good go-wide strategy. Give all your creatures +1, and then later on you can proliferate for more amazingness. Anointer of Valor, 6 mana, 3/5. It's a flyer, it's an angel. Whenever a creature attacks, you may pay 3. When you do, put a +1 on that creature. I think that's a little overcosted for what it does, but very cool angel art. Flavor text. Light streaked down from the heavens, and a voice whispered in the soldier's ear, "You shall not fall today." Well, it probably sounded cuter than that, but you know what we mean. Oh, I hate this card. I really don't like the art on this. This card art really makes me feel weird, because it's a cat monkey. So it's a monkey body, and then a cat head. And you like that Valor card? Yeah, that's a good one, isn't it? Well, it's a fly by itself. It's a good flyer, and the plus counters thing, I guess, is okay. But anyway, let's get back to this ugly card. 2 mana, Scrounging Bander. It's a 0/0. When it enters with 2 +1 counters. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may move any +1s onto another creature. So it holds onto your counters. You can move them around. But this art is so weird to me. Here's the funny thing. With animals, cats are my favorite, But I don't like monkeys. I don't like apes and chimps and gorillas and monkeys. I don't know, I feel weird. Like, that, it just feels weird to me. And yeah, this is totally cursed, look at it. And let's put it away, because that's enough horror for one Halloween. Ooh, we got a moss diamond. So, very affordable mana rock. Over here, 2 mana, gives you 1 green mana. One day they will print this as Moss Zirconium, and it'll come into play untapped, because we have, in a world with Soul Ring, I don't think this cannot not enter untapped one day. Sanitarium Skeleton, 1 black mana, 1/2. It's a skeleton, but regular baby monkeys. Yeah, everything that's, you know, that's the only exception. Everything that's baby is cute. Even like spiders, baby spiders are cute. Baby octopuses, all of that stuff is cute when it's baby. But when they grow up, then they're scary. So 1 black mana, it's a 1/2. It's a skeleton. Pay 3 mana, return it from the graveyard to the hand. It keeps coming back over and over. Great for sacrifice synergies. Stone Fury, 5 mana instant, deals damage to target creature equal to the number of lands you control. So at the very least, you're going to deal 5 damage only to a creature. I would have loved it to also be a planeswalker or the player. Definitely for limited. Seraph of Dawn, amazing art, 4 mana, 2/4, flying lifelink angel. She parts the clouds so sunlight can reach even the darkest layers and duskiest tombs. Is that a real word? Duskiest? I guess. Most dusky tombs. Cool art. We get a Maelstrom Colossus, 8 mana for a 7/7 with Cascade. You get to play a free card. Well, I will trust your government official because you've got access to all of the words, so we'll say yes, Duskiest is a real word. So 8 mana for 7/7 that plays a free card. Common. Let's go to the uncommons. Open the armory. 2 mana sorcery. Search your library for an aura or equipment. Reveal it, put it to your hand, and shuffle. Alright, so we have Enlightened Tutor that lets you go get an enchantment. And here we have Open the Armory, which lets you go get an aura or equipment. Quambaj Witches. Oh, look at that. The classic Quambaj Witches with brand new art. Remember this card, Mark, from way back in the 90s? Brand new Seb McKinnon art. We've got a couple of witches. This is really interesting design. They should do this more often. Check it out. It's 2 black mana, human wizard. It's a 1/3, and then tap it. This deals 1 damage to any target, and 1 damage to any target of an opponent's choice. So if you're playing Commander, you can say to someone, okay, Stevie, I'm going to do 1 damage to that creature, and then you get to do 1 damage to that creature as well, and then we'll make a cool deal. Or if you're playing with some play groups, they're going to backstab you as soon as they can. Yeah, very classic Kaya Folio art. And here's the brand new modern version of it. All things are connected. Light to dark, age to youth, blood to blood. Got the buffering icon going on. Does that mean, is that being ironic, or is my stream actually buffering? Everything seems to be okay over there. Alright, so these witches don't have enough fingers. Well, on the original art, one of them had 6 fingers, and then here, I get they have their hands at an odd angle so you can't fully see them. But in the original, one of them had 6 fingers. Frenzied Saddle Brute, 5 mana haste. All creatures can attack your opponent and planeswalkers your opponents control as though those creatures had haste. Isn't there just a better way to say all your creatures gain haste until end of turn? All creatures can attack your opponents and planeswalkers your opponents control as though those creatures had haste. Well, no, I guess it's slightly different than haste. No, wait, yeah, that is. Yeah, like, why didn't they just say all your creatures have haste? because haste helps in that the creature can attack right away, yeah, but haste also enables that tappers can tap at that moment. So I have no idea why they got so wordy here. There might be some very subtle difference than it's simply saying all your creatures gain haste until end of turn. But I guess that doesn't exist on the real rule, so they have to be very wordy about it. All creatures can attack your opponents and planeswalkers you control as though it was... No, that's still just haste. It's not until end of turn. As long as this ogre is on the battlefield, it gives all your creatures haste, so that's kind of weird. Tuk Tuk Rubble Fort simply says give all your creatures haste or whatever, so I don't know, that's weird. We gotta tell Mark Rosewater that there's a mistake on this card. Next, here's our first rare, Akroma's Will. 4 mana instant, choose one. If you control a commander, as you cast this spell, you may choose both. Creatures you control gain flying, and vigilance, and double strike until end of turn, and/or creatures you control gain lifelink, indestructible, and protection from all colors until end of turn. That's really fun. It's really overpowered and fun, especially if you've got your commander out. All your creatures will get flying, vigilance, double strike, lifelink, protection, and indestructible. Now, Akroma's Monument, of course, keeps it permanent, but this is a really fun instant to do in a commander game. Next, we have Yurlok of Scorch Thrash. Where's the shiny on the bottom of the card? So this is newer. This shows here that this is a rare card. All of these that don't have them are either common or uncommon, and then when you get to the rare or mythic rare, they have a little hologram there to show that they're not counterfeit, because people might counterfeit these more powerful rare. And also this has got gold right here to show it's rare, compared to this one that's black, which is common, and then this one that's got silver right here to show it's uncommon. This one's got gold and the hologram. Next up, we got another rare card, Yurlok of the Scorch Thrash. 4 mana. It's a Viashino Shaman for 4/4 with vigilance. A player losing unspent mana causes that player to lose... Oh, okay, this reactivates Mana Burn. So for us vintage players who remember Mana Burn, which was removed from the game like 10 years ago, and this brings back Mana Burn for shenanigans. And here's a funny thing. You can give all of your opponents 3 mana. So obviously at the end of the turn, give all your opponents 3 mana, you end the turn, and then Mana Burn kicks in. So this is the Mana Burn commander that everyone wanted, I guess. Really, really interesting design. Flavor text. The gifts of Jund never come without a price. Who would want to be this nice? But again, it's not being nice. You're giving them mana, but then when their turn ends, they get damaged. As it says here, a player losing unspent mana causes that player. So you give everyone mana at the end of your turn, the turn ends, they were never able to use the mana, they get 3 damage. So you're not really actually being that nice. You're giving them mana that if they don't use it, they get 3 damage. Ooh, here's another shiny one. Gen, Arcanum Weaver. Yeah, exactly. If they have too much mana, they lose life. So 3 mana here, Human Wizard. It's a 2/3. You pay 3 mana, sacrifice an enchantment, return target enchantment card from your graveyard to your battlefield. Okay, so this is the commander that cares about enchantments. You sacrifice enchantments or whatever, and then they come back to the battlefield. Any apprentice with a spellbook and 2 sticks can churn out a fireball. This is different. This is art. So totally throwing some shade on the cheap red players that just do lightning bolts. Funny. And here we have a foil. Ooh, look at that. It's so shiny, so foily. The Amorphous Axe. 2 mana. It's an equipment. It gives your creature +3/+0 and becomes every creature type. So turn your elf into a mutant ninja turtle if you want. Equip for 3. And you have a really cool foil effect right there. Check that out. Nice and shiny. And lastly, we got the Prismatic Piper, 5 mana. It's a 3/3. It's a shapeshifter. If this is your commander, choose a color before the game begins, and then this is that color. So it can become any color when the game begins. And it also has partner, so you can have 2 commanders at once. And yeah, this is a very interesting card because it's a yeah, don't look too closely. Don't listen to its evil song because then you're gonna get possessed. And with the scary music playing in the background, it's even more cursed. It's coming at you. What is a legendary? What did you say there? What is a legendary? What is a legendary creature? Is it like a card? No, it's just you can only have one at a time. When something is legendary, you can only have one on the battlefield. Although if you're playing Commander, that's already the rule. But if you're playing regular Magic, anything that's legendary, you can only have one at a time on the battlefield. Last card is a copy. You can copy anything, and then on the back we've got Ultra Pro, and I'm a hoe for Ultra Pro. Alright, so that was the Crack-a-Pack. We're gonna get back into some gameplay over here. And I'm also gonna get my Elixir of Power here. This copy token is gonna represent that once you copy something, this will represent it, that you've got a copy. So it doesn't do anything until you copy something. But if you're playing with paper cards, that's very useful to keep track of what you copied. Plus it's got cool art. So alright, let's get back to some gameplay. I was about to do a draft. We're gonna do a spooky draft. So let's get ready to draft. Let me see. Where's our draft? Premier draft. Midnight Hunt. So let's draft some scary cards. Alright. Ooh, everyone's ready to draft. There we go. No wait times at all. Perfect. Alright, we're gonna start the draft here. Let's see what stuff we get. Vatric Astral Archmage. If it's neither day or night, it becomes whatever. Okay, you can get spells that are cheaper. That's pretty good. Dreadhound, it's a 6/6. You mill 3 whenever you die. Use life. Rite of Oblivion. Sacrifice a thing. Exile a thing. So there's some removal. You can do zombie over here. Make a big zombie and bring 2 zombie friends. Zombie flyer. We'll grab that creature for the moment and see what else appears from here. Now let's do this. Let's grab that Rite of Oblivion, and then we can grab that zombie producer and then do stuff with it. I might do just black white zombies as usual. So I guess that's what I'm drinking, but it has sugar as well. So it's nice and sweet. So it's a vague lemonade, both gin. No, you said tequila. I'm drinking gin. I'm drinking gin, lime, and sugar. It's like a spiked lemonade. Isn't quite working yet, but it tastes very nice. Stay in school, kids. Alright, so we're gonna grab this Eaten Alive for removal. I've got 2 removals so far, so now I've gotta get creatures soon. It's only the 2nd pack. But a Flesh Taker. Whenever you sacrifice another creature, gain life scry, sacrifice whatever. Okay, so this will get bigger. So we're gonna see about trying to put together some sort of zombies in black and white. Vampire Interloper. Blessed Defiance, Arrogant Outlaw, Ecstatic Awakener. So I'm definitely gonna try to do some. I'm definitely trying to do some black and white zombie stuff. And here we have a zombie producer. So I need to do a strategy all about. Would Decayed work with that Flesh Taker? The Flesh Taker. Maybe I need to confirm what is. I need to remember what that Flesh Taker does. Flesh Taker. Whenever you sacrifice. Yeah. And the thing about Decayed is that the zombie dies when it attacks. So it's normal, except that when it attacks, it overexerted itself and then it dies. So that Flesh Taker would work with that. Yeah, that's why I'm trying to. That's why I grabbed it, and then I'm trying to do. Zombie strategies. We'll see if that other card comes back in a moment. A 3/1 with Flash. That's cool for only 2 mana. Someone took that Candle Trap. We'll take a Stuffed Bear. It might come to life at some point. Alright, pack 2. Let's see what good stuff we get here. Oh, here's a good stuff. Fateful Absence. Destroy target creature or planeswalker. Its controller investigates. So we don't have Path to Exile anymore. Oh, we got 2 amazing removal spells here. Fateful Absence and Defenestrate. I think Fateful Absence is way better because it also hits a planeswalker. Defenestrate destroys any creature without flying. So we're gonna grab that Fateful Absence. We have a flyer right here if we can get this other Defenestrate in a moment. Keithar's Call, enchant a creature. At the beginning of your end step, create a 1/1. Okay, this is kind of cool. Enchant a creature, enchant any creature, and then it keeps making humans at the end of the turn. That's pretty cool. So let's see if it comes back. I kind of doubt it, but let's grab that Fateful Absence and see if we get that human producer. Play Brand Instant, gains Death Touch, draw a card. Evolving Wilds. What else is here? Homestead Courage, put a +1 counter. I guess Blade Brand. Give a creature Death Touch temporarily and draw a card. Maybe take down a big creature with it. Eldritch Artrider, 2/4. Whenever this or another creature you control dies, put a +1 on target creature. Alright, so as my zombies are dying, something is getting stronger. (7/6) with Menace. I might grab 1 copy of that eventually, but I think this Outrider's cool. Cavity Trapper. Oh, that's the Icy Manipulator on a body. Shady Traveler, it's a 2-3 with Menace. Or a 4-4 with Menace if it flips. Let's grab that. So let's just Sanctifier. If it's neither day or night, it becomes day. Whenever day becomes night, look at the top cards. Nah. Got another flyer right here. Alright, so we're gonna grab this Griff, and then that's a flyer, and then if this comes back, we can grab No Way Out, Morning Patrol, Necrosynthesis, one of the most epic names ever. Let's see who else is on the table at the moment. Lino 51, AK Jets 6, Salt. We'll come back one moment. So we get the joke there. NaCl salt, scientific formula for salt, sodium chloride, salt. Raybeck, Snail, I Am Assassin, and MtG. Well, I'm getting stuff in my colors. I think I'm getting some interesting things. I've got some removal, I've got some zombie stuff. I think I got too many vampire interlopers. I think it's fine. I ended up getting one of these behemoths. So we have a 7/6, eventually a 7/6 with Menace. Alright, third pack. Give me some good stuff. Oh, we got another Ghoulish Procession. I could be making 2 zombies at a time. You're finally making your headway on your game. Oh, cool. Tell me a little bit more about that. Finally started working on its first scene and going to create its introductory puzzle. That sounds cool. I think you said you were kind of inspired a bit by Myst, right? With those types of puzzles. So the flavor text on this one's pretty good. Come on, fiend, I'll carve you up like a harvest-tide ham. And we've got the Homestead Courage defending their home from the werewolves. Okay, let's get this vampire here, I guess. Childhood faves: Myst, Lighthouse, and Dark Being Portal inspired. Those are some definitely good games that a whole generation enjoyed. Alright, so people are leaving a lot of vampires, so we're probably going to have some vampire plus zombie stuff. Rotten Reunion. These creatures that keep coming back as spirits are pretty cool. As everyone, I'm sure, saw my video about the new mechanics coming soon. The Disturb at the moment, if something dies currently, it comes back as a spirit, but in the next set, when something dies, it's going to come back as an enchantment. So that's kind of interesting. Combat trick. Coven creature. You love Lighthouse, the dark being. It was a nice, not too dark adventure game. You made it to the end as a kid, but your copy had the rare bug that crashed. Ah, that's not fun. You went that far and then the game would just crash. That was on PC, right? That sounds like it, or was it a console game? So many unruly mobs. Alright, so we've got the Icy Manipulator, or we've got the 2-3 with Vigilance. Oh man, that auto grabbed. How could this grab me an Azorius card? That grabbed it for me. Man, I lost a pick right there. I didn't see the timer and it grabbed a card that was completely worthless. Let's see if it comes back. I doubt it. But I wanted to grab that Icy Manipulator. Yeah, I didn't grab it. Whoops. I was too distracted by the evilness. The timer ran out for me. Okay, well. Got some cards. Let's put together this deck. I'm at 46 cards, so not a lot to pare down. Let me first choose a cool sleeve. Let's see. We'll completely trick the opponent. We're playing black and white, but I'm going to choose the blue sleeve with a Merfolk. It was on PC. It was one of the few games Sierra rushed out to compete. Oh, okay, that makes sense. If Myst was so popular at the moment, I wouldn't doubt other companies tried to cash in, and Sierra always did really good games at that point. With very few copies having that crush ending bug in it. Interesting. What else happened in it? Like, what was the full bug? I'd like to know. That sounds cool. Okay, let's pare this down. What do we have? So I have a 1/1 on turn 1. Eaten Alive is removal. Ecstatic Awakener, if you sacrifice, you can become a 4/4. Okay, maybe this Commando. Just need one. Maybe that Mob. Just one. Guess that Blade Brand, not really. Alright, we got 40 cards right here. Keep all the things with sack for the Flesh Taker. That makes sense. I think I did, because that veteran will come back after sacrificed. Okay, I think this will do stuff. Let me switch my mana base, actually. We automatically get the current land base, which looks nice, but let me switch it over for For some different basics. Maybe a nice, really bright and sunny plains. This one's pretty impressive. Can I add multiple at once on this? Oh, there we go. Okay, so 8 of those. The evil hands. I thought about it, but I think I've kind of used that one enough that I'm more in the mood for a different swamp. Which is the one that has like that millstone head? I think it's blue. Oh, here's one. These scary zombies coming out of the muck. Or scary cemetery. Okay, I'm thinking between these two. Do we want the scary creatures coming from the swamp? Well, it's a graveyard in a swamp, I guess. That's double evil. So do we want those creatures coming from the swamp, or do we want this really atmospheric Avacyn graveyard? The zombies from the muck. Alright, so we have some really luminous plains. And then zombies coming from the muck. Let's do the first game. We're going with black-white, also known as Silver Quill. If you thought I was gonna say Orzhov, sorry Grandpa, get with the times. So player 70408 is the opponent. I go first. I got double Ghoulish Processions, wow. Okay, so I think what I want to do is Ghoulish Procession and then Vampire Interloper. So I can make double zombies off of that. Thank you. Let's see how it goes. I'm playing against red. We'll keep secret that we've got black, that we've got plains. So let's set up a Ghoulish Procession, which makes a zombie every time my creature dies. At the very least, if I bring out that Interloper and it dies, I get a zombie off of it. Although, if I put 2 of those out, that was going to auto-tap in a weird way. Okay, so the opponent is doing some sort of werewolf thing. Or a devil thing. Got 2 processions. Next turn, a Griff. We'll probably do direct damage onto that zombie. We got another Wolfie. Fine. Blocking. Okay, we can do this. We can have the Unruly Mob out, and whenever something dies, that'll get stronger. Synergy. Although obviously it's susceptible to any sort of shock. So if more things die, the better. I'm already tapped out to no cards in hand. I'll probably pump that. I don't have to pump it. Hopefully I don't get counterspelled here, but... Okay, nothing to exile. Keep a card in hand for no reason, to make them think I've got something. A flyer at the last minute, sure. All attacks, huh? Clearly they're going to have a trick, so let's just let that pass. Yep, they're holding priority, so obviously they had a +3/+3 for strike. Flesh Taker. Yeah, I think they're still going to have a lot of combat tricks, so... I'm going to have to block stuff. They're going to have combat tricks, and then... Geist Wave. Return this to the hand. Okay. 3 mana left. Oops, what happened to my music? I'll check my music one moment. I just have another combat trick. Well, I guess I'm dead. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Yeah, I'm dead. See, there was a combat trick anyway, so okay. They kind of aggroed me. See what happened to the music. Video pause, continue watching. Yeah, keep playing it. There we go. Yeah, they just aggroed me. I didn't have anything good to do. Next game. I think I heard that the aggro deck is very strong in this format, so I didn't really craft the aggro deck, so probably at a disadvantage to that deck. They get out creatures quickly and then they combat trick them, so... Def X0. We're both bronze players at the moment. Turn 1 play. Turn 2 play. So they could sacrifice their mob to make this Awakener into a 4/4. Instead they'll sacrifice a decayed creature. Missing my black mana. Sacrifice the decayed creature, that gets bigger, that becomes a 4/4. I'm gonna have to flash in and double block. 1 black mana left. holding priority 1 black mana, so they have some combat trick. This game's not going well either. I kind of don't really prioritize instants and sorceries, if you notice, and I don't know if that's a big downside. I guess it depends on the format. I don't know why I don't really usually care about instants and sorceries. It's not on my mind a lot to do combat tricks. Alright, so I can disturb that. If I get 1 black mana, that'd be nice. Whoops. Okay, there's the black mana. Okay, they spent to exile that. I guess that's not so bad. If I get 1 more black mana, I can do twice. It was holding priority, so they still have something else. Oh no, they have their rotten reunions. We can Rotten Reunion out of my graveyard right there. That Decayed that Unruly Mob is working amazingly well for them. They can Unruly Mob their own creature in the graveyard. Instead they'll get a 3/3. Sacrifice itself, make it even larger, alright. Well, they really synergized very well on that. Now, how did I get a free zombie? Sacrifice another destroy target artifact or enchantment. Yeah, why did I get a... instant speed to do that, so they will, of course. Alright, so I need removal for that Unruly Mob. That they really did their deck very well. Yep, they had way more Decay zombies than me, and then that mob's just been getting really bigger. I haven't gotten my removal. No, we're not gonna be able to turn this around. We're gonna have just more removal there. Yeah, let's go on to the next one. That's too much. Okay, so try to go to the third game. Maybe let me check my sideboard. I have removal and stuff, but just not coming together. I doubt it was a good deck anyway. So, see any changes. Hey there, Teeks, how are you doing? Happy Halloween! It is quite an evil night tonight. I'm losing really bad. I'm gonna blame that black cat that I stepped in front of while I was trying to avoid that ladder after I destroyed the mirror. I don't think this deck can be improved. Let's just go for the third game. If we don't get it, we don't get it. We'll go on. A little tired? Yeah, it's about to be 10 p.m. All that yoga-ing is tiring. So I'm good. I've only had one beverage. I need to go refill it. That might make me play Magic better. Griff Crow is the opponent. Okay, I get my turn 1 play, my turn 2 play, I get to go first. Okay, will this turn it around? Okay, turn 2 Procession. That way if something dies, at least I get something. I'm playing another red deck. Amazing. Okay, let's see what happens there. I doubt they'll block. There we go. Alright, third turn, Vampire Interloper. Oh, they're playing red-green. Hold priority with a 2/2, becomes day. Okay, let's see if my Unruly Mob strategy can possibly happen. Well, Darren Stinger gets first strike on their turn. Not fun. You get a free mana off of that. Okay, if I get one more black mana, we're in business. That's not a black mana. Okay, so... let's just set up some creatures here and then we'll flash in at the last minute. My 3/1. Or maybe they're gonna bite. Yeah, they're probably gonna do a bite or a fight. A natural moonrise, it becomes night, blah blah blah, sure. Fine, you get a big old 4/3. That's a thing. That's got trample. Get another free mana, sure. Let's see if they don't have any more combat tricks. So tomorrow's the big day, All Hallows Eve, Halloween, I guess, or Samhain. Is anyone planning on giving out treats? Treats to the kids? I don't usually get trick-or-treaters. So... Alright, well, the situation is dire again. Nothing meaningful in hand. You're gonna first strike me on that, so that's annoying. Force them to... the mana. Doesn't even need it, it's a first strike. Okay, you kind of wasted your mana, but that's fine. Okay, so now at least I've got a 5/5. Oh, really? It's not a Kiwi thing to give out the candy, to give free candy to kids? Not even giving free Kiwi fruits? Right, this can't even block, so I guess I'll attack. I need to block that 4/4. How much can they give this? If they pay 6 mana, that's game over, right? They'll give it 4, 5, 6. That's 6 damage. Okay. Oops, one more combat trick. Okay. Both of these creatures get plus, so that's horrible. Let's attack with this flyer, and then exile. And get a blocker, which cannot block. I mean, get a creature which cannot block, but I've got a 7/7, so maybe we can hold off for a little while. So they only have that, although they got enough mana to resummon another 4/4. Oops, they get a 2/3. Return a land card. Sure. We got a 4/4. I've just been missing so many land drops. Yeah, I'm dead here, because if I block... I'm going to block that 4/4. They have a 2/3, and then they're going to +2. Yeah, I'm dead here. Yay! So, horrible deck does horribly. So that's the scariest thing today. Completely horrible deck. Some people do up their houses as haunted houses. Yeah, that's a very popular here as well. Got a booster pack. Let's open that virtual booster pack. Let's see about a virtual booster pack. Hobble Zobble, Bird Admirer, Duel for Dominance. Very epic art there. There's like a svelte werewolf battling a chunky werewolf. Famished Foragers. Harvest Titantria. That's a pretty cool one. Is that someone wearing a pumpkin in the background, or is it an actual scarecrow with a pumpkin head on it? Voltaren Ambusher, Dawnheart Wardens, and the rare Brutal Cathar. It's a 2/2, it's 3 mana, human soldier werewolf. When this creature enters the battlefield or transforms. When this creature enters the battlefield or transforms into Brutal Cathar, exile target creature an opponent controls. It's a 2/2 Daybound, and then when it's a werewolf, it's a 3/3 first strike ward, pay 3 life. That's cool. Definitely gets more brutal. When it flips over, 3/3 first strike, and it's got protection, the person has to lose 3 life to target it. Alright, those are the cards. Let's take one more break. Let's take another break. I'm gonna refill my drink, and we'll play some other things. Be right back in just a moment. Don't fall into the deep, deep, dark abyss before I come back.
No, I like being a cop. You know what they say. If you can't stand the heat, get out of the kitchen.
Alright everyone, we are back. And I put the rage back in beverage. Before we get back to the gameplay, let's check this out. I went to thrift stores today here in Chula Vista, the suburb of San Diego. There's a whole street, what is it? Broadway. On Broadway, thank you. On Broadway there are a bunch of thrift stores, all on the strip for several miles. So I went to all of them, and I got this. I'll show it on my card cam in a moment. But I wanted to get this book off of eBay recently, and then I saw it in person, so I thought, okay, let me get it. This is Star Wars Epic Collection. Infinity's Legends. They have kind of a lot of keywords for some reason. Epic Collection. Infinity's Legends. This is a sort of a what if. If we look on the back, it has interesting, well, there's Yoda right there. The stories you know reimagined. So this is a sort of a what if. Play What If with the original trilogy in a series of tales exploring the endless possibilities of Star Wars. How would A New Hope have gone if Luke Skywalker missed the target on his attack on the Death Star? What would have become of the Rebel Alliance if Luke perished in the icy wastelands of Hoth during The Empire Strikes Back? What if Return of the Jedi's rescue of Han Solo had gone wrong? And in the alternate take on the galaxy far, far away, follow Anakin Starkiller into the Star Wars in an epic based on the original draft of Lucas's screenplay. So if this cover looks a little familiar but still different, right? It looks a little bit like classic Star Wars, but if it looks a little bit different, you know, this Darth Vader doesn't look like Darth Vader, like it's like Kylo Ren, and then this Luke Skywalker is different. I'll focus it in a moment, but it's subtly different. Back in 2012, I think, Dark Horse Comics published a Star Wars comic based on George Lucas's draft number 0, where he had a lot of changes before it became what we know and love. It was a 7-issue miniseries, I believe, 7 comics, and it was really cool to see that version 0 of Star Wars in comic book format. So things were close enough, but different enough, that didn't actually make it to the original movie. Like, for example, the word Sith. We know, of course, Sith Lords and such in Star Wars, but the word Sith was never said in A New Hope. It was said in the original scripts and in the original comics that came out in 1977, but it was different. So anyway, this collects 4 series: the alternate A New Hope, the alternate Empire, the alternate Jedi, and Draft 0. I wanted to get this off of eBay recently, and then I saw it in person today, so I thought, why not? And it cost me half of what it would normally cost if it were new. I don't know how they sealed this up. So, I don't have my knife there anymore. Looks like they vacuum sealed it or something. It doesn't look like it's an actual comic bag. Get this open and browse it a little bit, and then we'll get back to some gameplay. But this is taking the familiar Star Wars series of the original trilogy and doing some what-if takes. Yeah, they vacuum seal this or something. This tape on the back does nothing. The goggles do nothing, and the tape does nothing. Alright, so we'll switch over to the card cam for a moment. Welcome back. So let's go to card cam. We'll browse this a little bit. It's just the alternate reality version of these classic stories. Let me just my focus again. One moment. Configure video, camera, autofocus. Let's see if autofocus doesn't betray me. So I just noticed there's a little bit of a, I can't see it on the camera, but in the reflection there's a little bit of indentation there. But I got it for half price. Okay. Alright, so he missed. I have you now. Okay, so that's like the original, and then he misses. So Han Solo comes in, look out, take the shot, kid. You're all clear, kid. Now let's blow this and go home. So he shoots it. Hustle up, kid. You don't want to get your tail feathers singed. That's heat I won't mind a bit, Han. Not one bit. Wait a minute, why hasn't it? Wedge, what? Luke, check your tactical readouts. I've got a bad feeling about this. One of the torpedoes detonated short of the reactor. Remember, he shot 2. It happens, Luke. Power shields, heat faulty, chip programming. You did your job, Luke. Whatever happens, the rebels owe you a debt of gratitude. For what that's worth. By the way, I hate to break up the funeral. So he misses, and then the Imperials are still there, of course. The future of the rebellion depends on your safety. The rebellion has no future. So, oh no, the Empire is triumphant and they destroy the moon of Yavin because Luke wasn't able to shoot the vents, and yeah, they completely destroy everything. I guess Leia does get out. She is on this other page over here. She is on the transport right there. So this will be interesting. It's the alternate reality of the original trilogy if things went differently. Here's Chewbacca saying his important wrong. So I'll read this in detail later, but that's epic right there. Look at Leia's jumping out with her own lightsaber, battling. This is, I love this. Leia's jumping with her own lightsaber and battling Vader, while a stormtrooper just watches nonchalantly. This is from A New Hope number 2. So in this alternate reality, maybe she's also got Jedi powers. Uh-oh, don't fight, guys! For some reason, Luke and Han are fighting for some reason. Are you nuts? Look, I'll cut you some slack because of what you've been through, but don't push your luck. I'm not in the mood. Enough, says Solo. Luke, enough? We haven't even started. And he's gonna get his lightsaber out. No, don't fight. But Obi-Wan pops in at the last minute. Alright, so that's just a little preview of that. Alternate reality take on the original A New Hope. Luke missed and everything changes. We might do a little preview of the next book in a moment after a little bit of gameplay, but I wanted to get this recently and it was at the thrift store, so I picked it up there at a very good price, and this will be a fun read to check that out. Let's get back to some gameplay. So I made this drink slightly differently. It's the same gin plus... It's gin plus... lime and sugar, but the earlier one that I made, I pulverized the sugar a little bit to make it easier to incorporate. This one I just did it quickly. I didn't pulverize the sugar, so it might not mix completely. And that's tonight's spooky beverage, gin. What's the scariest alcohol out there? Do you want to say Everclear? Alright, so this is my Nahiri deck. I hadn't upgraded it recently. Turn 1, Cauldron Familiar. They're so happy about that. I got my own turn 1 play. Plus a Shatter the Sky. Alright, they're definitely setting up the strategy for Corvold. Scorpion Tequila is 160 proof. That's a lot. Is that available in many locales or just New Zealand? Alright, so I could summon Nahiri next turn, create a warrior, and then equip my equipment. But they're playing black, so I'm sure... Oops, Panharmonicon not good. I'm already down to this damage right here. Yeah, let's see about this. Let's try to create a warrior. See if we can get a blocker. Got a 2/2 blocker at least. What are you gonna Panharmonicon into? Nothing. That's funny. Okay. Well. Missing mana. Play this artifact. Will bring out an equipment. Double equipment. Okay, so we got a blocker. If they get their green mana, I guess they can play Corvold and start to do stuff. They're not going to do Corvold yet, they missed their green mana. Yeah, Menace is a thing. Let's do this. And see if we can... Alright, so we have protection from everything except mana value 3. All of those are mana value 1, so I should be able to block those. Double blocking, they don't have menace anymore. They do not have menace anymore. Okay. Yeah, I guess I'll block that. I can make more cores. Alright, so I think they missed a land drop. That's good. Let's make a token there. Let's auto-equip onto that. Let's make another critter. Let's attach that. And we'll attack, and then they're like, never mind. Alright. So we got... They never were able to get their green mana for Corvold. That's definitely a very good deck, and they had their strategy coming together in terms of little creatures to sacrifice to Corvold to make it even bigger and draw a bunch of cards. Panharmonicon is always scary. It doubles the abilities of artifacts. If an artifact or creature, oh, I forgot about creature. I always just think about it as an artifact thing. But, I always think about it as an artifact thing, but it also deals with creatures, so I would have done double damage from that Cauldron Familiar. But they never got their green mana. Did they forfeit? No, they forfeited. They got frustrated that my plan was starting to come together. Their plan was coming together, but then they were missing their green mana, so that really held them back. My plan was coming together because I was making a lot of creatures. I have a lot of equipment. They get auto-equipped, so my 1/1s become bigger. That 1/1 is a 6/6 now because of this mace. It gets bigger every time you summon a creature. And then I have all of this other stuff. So I guess they got frustrated. We'll give them the benefit of the doubt. We'll say yes, their internet connection failed, but probably the evilness of the deck. Thank you. Let's play that deck a little bit more. After rotation, all of these Brawl decks became nullified, so I had to take a moment to upgrade them a little bit now to be playable again. 100 cards instead of 60. JDM Kervek, classic character from the old days of Magic, all the way since Mirage. And now it is finally a card. When do you guess when spring semester will pop up for class hunting? I think I just saw a notification that November 8th is when they're going to. Oh man, that was a misplay. I clicked the wrong thing. Oh man, I was trying to play my Arcane Signet. Whoops. Yeah, really. Oh man. Okay, fine. But anyway, November 8th is. I believe I saw an email that was November 8th is when the new classes are coming. Okay, wait a minute. Palladium Mirror is going to give +2 mana, but Kervik, other creatures get -1. Okay, never mind, it's still going to live. Yeah, let's start doing our plan. Making creatures. You're going to summon Kervik next turn, and then mine will die, and theirs will still live. Well, if they drop their 4th mana, that'll be the best thing that they can do. If they drop their 4th mana, they can summon their commander. It'll weaken everything and kill mine, but theirs will still live. That doesn't even matter. Next turn I've got Shatter. Next time I've got a Wrath. Or a Fateful Absence, the brand new Path to Exile. 2 mana, destroy target creature or planeswalker. Well, I guess it's better than Path, right? Path only deals with creatures. It's pausing on 1 black mana, so very tricky. I'm sure they've got. Oh, another sacrifice effects or something. There we go. We got Kervik. It's gonna kill my creature. It's gonna weaken their creature. They have 1 black mana left. Probably it's that. Oh, never mind. Okay. Anyway, you get your Palladium Mirror back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got my commander back. Make a critter. Actually, I should have minused. I should have minused to kill that. 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I should have minused. I should have minused to kill that mirror because they have enough mana to resummon Kervik. I guess that doesn't matter. I will just wipe next turn. Okay. Crack your clue. Sure. This is cruel. Well, let's exile their mirror. Number 1. Number 2. That was a misplay. I needed to have out. I needed to have this out before I did Nahiri's thing. That was a misplay. So Nahiri's minus deals double damage based on the number of equipment. 1 times 2 is 2, not 3. So my math was a little off. Alright, they'll kill that. They can attack my planeswalker. If it is, it's very subtle. Don't quite feel it yet. Everyone remember, or anyone remember that time, I don't know, last year or something, that I really overdid it with the drink and it completely incapacitated me? Did that what's it called, stinger or something that you said, the scorpion tequila, was that similar to what happened to me on the stream? Hope you see the drone building class. I'm pretty sure they're gonna keep doing the drone class. That definitely is one that's been popular. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6. One more mana for that. For that obelisk. Now it is pausing for priority. Sure. Baked that poor angel pretty well. Did the drone class get popular enough for permanent? I haven't seen the catalog, but I don't know, it feels like it has. Okay, so we're gonna wait 10 years here for the opponent to choose the perfect 2 cards to vex me with. That's fine. That was a funny stream, it was a messy night. Well, I did have to end the stream early to ride the porcelain, but it wasn't that bad on stream, was it? Yeah, if I had pulverized the sugar, it would have integrated into the drink better. It's all at the bottom. Come on, opponent, don't you want to get your best cards? Alright, do I get an obliterator or did I get a rise? Get that obliterator. Go ahead and cast that. I can get rid of it. Alright, so let's fumigate. Bring out a little core. Equip that. They'll probably cast their obliterator. I have an answer for that as well. With the gum. Yep. Now I have 1, 2. We got 2 equipment. I've only got 2 equipment. Oh wait, what am I doing? Okay, so if I get my 6th land next turn, no, my 6, 7. If I get my 8th man, okay, Karvik wipes out their own creature. Great. Have my own Wrath right here. Sure. Let's see if we can. Let's see if we can trick them here. I'm gonna hover over my card as if I'm reading my own card, and maybe they'll read my card. Okay, so I'll attack. If this dies, I don't care, because then you all see what's in my hand. So let's see what they do. Okay, we're gonna take 1 damage, fine, and then we'll do that. So what else are they trying to do with Karvik? Because it's just minusing everything. Other creatures get -1. It's just a 3/2, that's it. Oh, Ugin. Okay, well, they can't really exile anything of mine. I guess they're just trying to stall the board until they get Ugin. Okay, well, your deck deck is amazing. You're just trying to get to Ugin with no purpose. So, okay, cool. I wonder what a real Karavec deck would be about, because it just does the -1 effect. I guess it's a great versus tokens. All those poor little 1/1 elves. This is a funny new card. I think it's called Old Sticky Fingers. Old Stick Fingers, actually. Okay, they go first. I got some removal. We've got Graveyard Shenanigans. What does that do again? It's going to be turn 2. When you cast this, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal X creature cards. Put all creature cards into your graveyard, then put the rest at the bottom. This has power and toughness each equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard. That's interesting. So it's like a Tarmogoyf commander. Alright, remorsing me. They removed my creature, left my 2 removal spells. From Hex, Heart, I stab at thee. Next turn, Nahiri comes out. They're passing. Yep, that's a mana rock, but it can also attack. Whoops, they've got removal maybe? Nope, okay. Missed another land drop. Whoops. To remove my Planeswalker? Fine. I want the Tarmogoyf card from Time Spiral. It's the only card you're missing. Trade. We can resummon her. Equip. Finally a 4th mana. Fertilid to draw them more mana. Alright, so Morag has some interesting landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, if it's your main phase, there's an additional combat phase after this phase. Well, never mind. I guess they weren't getting what they needed. But Morag lets you do 2 combats. You should really do it on your second main phase. Whenever a land enters the battlefield, if it's your main phase, there's an additional combat phase after this. At the beginning of that combat, untap all your creatures. So you're supposed to attack, landfall, everything untaps, and then you can attack again. But I was going to do that next turn, but they didn't get their next land or something, and they quit. you. We should be playing some of these. Not sure if that conflicted with my music that's already playing. The funny thing is that all of this music and sound and all of that sounds different on my end versus yours. So obviously let me know at any point if things are sounding weird. Oh man, I hate that commander. It just gets bigger and bigger so easily, but I've got removal if I can get white mana, which I'm sure I can get it. That's not white mana. They're going to drop their green mana, they're going to bring out their commander, they're going to start doing its shenanigans, but I have removal. If I can get white, that is white. Okay, so for the moment, bring this out, then they're going to gain at least 1 life, make that at least a 3/3. Oh, no life. Okay, I guess they didn't fully optimize their deck, unfortunately. That's fine. Oh, that's fun. Sylvan Shepherd, it gains life every time it attacks. Gain life, then Cat Lady. Fine. Let's clear the board a bit. Next turn, okay. Got your Trezolara. Fine. 1 more mana to gain life. Okay, nothing. 1 white mana. It'll probably be some protection spell. That'll be annoying. Let's see what happens. Yeah, they've got a protection spell. I don't think they thought that was going to do what it thought. On to... Five, 6. They have 6 mana in total to summon. Bantu's Monument is a drain ability. Oh no, never mind. It's a life gain ability. That has vigilance. Wow, amazing that they have all those vigilance spells. Let's see what we can do with Halvar. That is a 7/7. Target an aura. Can I click cancel on that? At the beginning of each combat, you may attach whatever to creature you control to target creature you control. So you can swap things. Can I just do 0 without having to actually select it? Decline. So you have to select, but then you decline. Okay, that's a thing. Sure. Summon another creature, gain life off of that. yeah, do that to that, plus decline. So on every turn I can swap these things around, that's fun. I got double strike at the moment. Just make more creatures. Two double strike, 7/7 double strike. Okay. Let's attack with a 7/7 double strike. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, they have obviously one final card in hand. Interesting. Why would you do that? Yeah, why would you block with your commander and make it even huger? Well, I guess you can afford it. And then they're like, okay, I have no idea what they were trying to do there. You're not going to get the life when you cast the creature before it's on the battlefield to do the +1 and scry. So I guess they thought that having the monument will automatically make that into a 3/3 and scry 1. It doesn't work because when you cast a spell, gain the life, it's not that when a creature enters the battlefield, gain life, then it would have gained the life and let them scry for answers. So I guess they thought. Well, according to my stream, it's about 2 hours 47 minutes, so probably just to an even 3 hours I'll play. Because we did some draft, we cracked some packs, we looked at some Star Wars, we had a drink, 2 of them. This again, the exact same Trezelara deck, but I go first this time. They didn't mulligan, so obviously they have an amazing hand. Turn 1 healer, that's annoying. That is easy mode right there. If you want to complain about easy mode, that is easy mode. Turn 1 lifelink creature, turn 2 your commander that deals with lifelink. Wow. Oops, but they missed a land drop. Okay. That's acceptable. Well, let's make a blocker. Next turn, drop a couple of equipment. I guess they're gonna get greedy here and they're not gonna attack. Okay, fine. I admit I missed a land drop, but we can do these shenanigans. Crystal Slipper, Ancestral Blade, Nahiri. And they're like, never mind. Yep. Glass cannon of an opponent with a glass jaw as well. If the gods had smiled upon them, they would have done their turn 1. Actually, let's do this. If the magic gods smiled upon them, Turn 1, Speaker of the Heavens. Turn 2, they would have gotten their Forest. If I had no blockers, they would have attacked with that 1/1 lifelink. That would have triggered their commander. Whenever you gain life, put a +1 on this and scry 1. So that didn't happen until turn 3. And then of course with my 2 mana equipments, Nahiri deals damage to target creature or planeswalker. Oh, I forgot that deals planeswalkers, huh? I shouldn't have rage quit that one Ugin game because I thought I couldn't target planeswalkers. But I can target, it never comes up, so now I remember I can target planeswalkers. Okay. Nahiri deals damage to target creature. Reading the card explains the card. Deals damage to target creature or planeswalker equal to twice the number of equipments you control. So it was overkill because I had 2 equipments. 2 times 2 is 4, and the Trelazara was only a 2/2. That would have done 4 damage. Terrifying deck. Well, thanks for the compliment. If when things come together, it does stuff definitely, but sometimes it doesn't. So I want my decks to do 2 things. To be on theme. All the creatures here are warriors. So yes, there's better creatures that are not warriors, but all the creatures are warriors. I like to do decks that have a theme. If everything's dragons, if the commander's a dragon, everything's dragons, even though there's a better card. Number 1. And number 2 is that it's fun, and that it wins. So I guess 3 things. And this one, after upgrading the deck to 100 cards, what are my stats on Nahiri so far? They pop over here while the opponent is matchmaking. So this latest upgrade of this deck, it's at 53% win rate, 10-9. On the play, I only win 42% of the time. On the draw, apparently, I win 71% of the time. The best matches have been versus mono black. And the worst versus all the colors. So far today I have an 80% win rate. Okay, but that's only 5 games, I guess. Anyway, back here, I go first. They have Cody. Okay, Cody's horrible, but I have a solution. Cody is definitely another one of those commanders that people love, and they definitely optimize their deck for really bad shenanigans. Hopefully they don't Thoughtseize me. Oops, that is black mana, so they will Thoughtseize me. But let's bring out this equipment. This board has been around a little while, actually. This is the Ravnica board, so I think this might have come from War of the Spark. Haha, Thoughtseize right there, like I said. Okay, well, I've got 2 removals. Yep, let me show you right there that I do have removal on that. So I'll tuck that away. So they know I've got my Doomscar ready to go once they summon their Cody. Let's see if they're dumb enough to summon it on turn 3, even though they know I've got a board wipe. Yes, oh my god, they're so dumb. They knew I had a board wipe, but they still summoned their commander. Okay. No, it is a Black Lotus. I won that Black Lotus pet on something. If you tap it a few times, what it does is it kind of like puffs up for a moment. See right there? It puffs up and gets cute. If you do it again, it does it again like that. See? But then it dies because you overexerted it. and then it comes back to this tiny baby one. So it goes through the full cycle. It can be a baby one and then grown up, and then if you overexert it, it uses up all its mana and then it dies. All right, so you get to do your Cody again. Okay, we'll see how this goes. If anyone ever untaps with Cody, it definitely will do lots of scary things. So let's see if they were able to do scary things here. Okay, here we go. They have 1,000,000 mana. What are they gonna do with it? Probably take an extra turn. I'm gonna have, if I can come back to my turn, I'm gonna have 2 Nahiris. Okay, well, first we get some free spells. We kill my creature, gain some life, make some creatures, get a free spell, humiliate, removes my hand, put another counter. One green mana left. Yeah, I needed a board wipe there. Cody, it's a very strong deck. If you don't have an answer for it right away, it goes over the edge. My deck is outclassed by it. They just get a lot of free spells. They have all colors of mana. They have all the best spells, so no need to waste time on it. I really needed a board wipe or a removal for Cody. Didn't get it, so let's move on. It's supposed to be a casual format, but when people play competitive, you kind of get a sense for what the person's deck does. I played enough of this format that I see how people play, especially with these very strong commanders. Alright, I go first. They've got a 3 mana commander in Azorius colors. Sorry, I mean Prismari colors. I mean, is it Prismari? Whatever. That one color. That one color combo. I haven't had a chance to use this Dancing Sword yet. Remember Dancing Scimitar? That classic card? Here we have Dancing Sword. 2 mana. The equipped creature gets +2. When equipped creature dies, you may have this become a 2/1 construct artifact creature with flying and ward 1. If you do, it's no longer an equipment. Okay, 2 mana. It can easily be a counter spell. Probably Disdainful Stroke. Quench. Okay. Let's see if they're dumb enough to summon their commander next turn. Nah, they're gonna keep passing until they build up mana. Okay, fine. They're gonna keep counterspelling until they have enough mana to protect their commander, so it's not really that fun to play against that type of deck, but we'll give it a shot. One, two, three, four, five. Is there anything worse than a slow Izzet player? So they had a lot of removal, a lot of direct damage. Good old expressive iteration. People, that was such a terror in the last tournament. Passing like I said, they were just going to control into their creature to then protect it, so let's go on. Here's a fun thing that popped up on my stream over here. I'll get back to the gameplay one moment. The best celebrity Halloween costumes of 2021 so far. So here we have... How many of these can you all recognize? I recognize 2 of them, I think. I don't know who the celebrities are, but the that center costume that seems to be Kiva or Kiba, whatever her name was, from Atlantis, that Disney movie. Kiva. And then on the right side, that seems to be, what was his name from the Goofy movie? Electrovolt, Electroshock, Powerline, whatever his name was. I don't recognize who that is on the left side, but I'm sure that curly Q hair means something. Travis Barker and Kourtney Kardashian are Sid and Nancy. Didn't they both end up dead? Why are you cosplaying as dead people? Halle Berry says there's enough room for more than one Catwoman. So Halle Berry's doing Catwoman.
You see, sometimes.
Well, she was the Halle Berry Catwoman in that movie that everyone hated, right? So she's reprising her role, I guess. I never saw that Catwoman, but but everyone hated it. Here we have Lizzo as Yoda. And Ciara as Selena. Okay. Looks pretty authentic. And Winnie Harlow, not sure who that is. Follow the Siren. I guess they're just dressed up as a mermaid. With a big old balloon octopus in the back. Jamie Lee, oh yeah, I saw this one. Jamie Lee dressed up as her mom. Jamie Lee Curtis from the Halloween movie. Her mom was Janet Leigh, who was in the Psycho movie. Tony Curtis and Janet Leigh were her parents. Chloe Bailey, she's dangerous, super bad. The federal charge shall take your cash. This is that fish girl from that Will Smith fish movie. Anyone remember the name of that one? Remember when Shrek and those first started? Will Smith Shark Tale? I think that's what it was. Will Smith Shark Tale? It was Shark Tale, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Shark Tale. The Uncanny Valley. Originally, that movie was called Shark Slayer. I got at Comic-Con that year, I got free Comic-Con stuff, and one of them said, coming soon, Shark Slayer. So that was the original name before they made it more kid-friendly as Shark Tale. But I have some authentic original merchandise of the pre-name for it. Let's see if there's any quick history about this. Shark Slayer. Any secret info? Oscar returns. No, wait, what does it say? Do we find anywhere the behind the scenes name of it? The film was officially announced in 2002 under the title Shark Slayer, with Vicky Jensen from Shrek and Eric Erikson from Road to El Dorado as directors. By September 2003, it had been retitled to Shark Tale to make the title sound less violent and more family-friendly. Bill Damashek The producer explained the change. We set out to make a movie a little more noir, perhaps a little darker than we've planned. Shark Tale is the first all-computer animated film by DreamWorks, the Lendale facility. The film was produced concurrently with Finding Nemo. It was released a year and a half before Shark Tale. And so Chloe Bailey, I'm not sure who she is, she's dressed up as the fish girl, their fish character from Shark Slayer. Cool. And that's it. So that just popped up on my stream there. And, oh yeah, okay, there I see you're leaving. Okay, thanks for coming to hang out. Get back to a little gameplay. I said anyway, we're gonna end very soon. Let's play one more game and I'll end anyway. 2 has been a productive night. Switch decks. Maybe try to go out in style with this Ugin deck. So it's basically big mana to get as soon as possible to my commander, and then they rage quit because Ugin is powerful. Okay, Osriket mono white. Mono white. Mono white that makes warriors. Okay. Turn 2 Mind Stone. Aetherworks Marvel maybe? Okay, you have a turn 1 play. Oh man, you got a 1-2. Look at this power creep. 1 mana, 1-2 flyer. What has Magic become? Back in the day, we had a 0-1 kobolds for that price. Okay, more flyers. They're up to their commander already. That'll make +1s on creatures. They'll probably do a -2 to make even more creatures. Okay, well they missed a land drop, so that'll help. Nothing to proliferate. Card draw off of that. Aetherworks Marvel for some reason. Next turn, I guess, Elixir. There you go. You got your 3rd mana. Probably do a -2 to make even more creatures. They might aggro me out. No, they're gonna +1. They're getting greedy. Okay, they're gonna +1 and then they're gonna proliferate. Well, if they're gonna aggro me out, my deck is way too slow to deal with an aggro deck. I'm already at 17 life. I'm about to get 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm gonna get at least 7 damage. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna be able to handle this deck. Four, 5, 6, 7. I need to draw my 8th. I need 1 more mana and then I can win. I need 1 more mana. Come on. There's plenty of mana in this deck. I need 1 more mana, then we're good. Oops, they got a -6. Okay, they got to the point where they create free warriors. Okay, so at least items for this. A little board wipe, but they're gonna get free warriors. They've been missing land drops, so 3 mana could exile my commander. If they exile my commander, I can leave it in exile and then use my Universal Solvent to destroy the exiler and get back my commander. Okay. Drop a big ol' meteor golem on top of that angel. Whoops. And then hit that flyer. If I had Panharmonicon out, it does double triggers. It's really fun to do that. Double triggers. Actually, I'll play one more game. Did I show my latest version of my mono white artifact deck? I've been playing it a lot. I find it really fun. I don't think I've played it in the decks on stream yet, but the mono white deck, it's really fun. You just keep tutoring for artifacts that are stronger and stronger. Show it in a moment. This is from I'm just ultimately trying to get to just really big artifacts like the Immortal Sun, Planar Bridge. Fun stuff like that. So, let's take out this flyer. Let's make a bunch of board presents. Do you remember seeing something about it? Yeah, on the last video, Day of Judgment. Okay, fine. Everything gets killed. Oops, but my Aetherworks Marvel triggers, yeah. 5 mana. +1 on nothing. Okay, make a wire. Fine, let's get a free Aetherworks Marvel trigger. And get to play for free. Nothing amazing, so a Maze Mind Tome. And you get to scry into something. Mana, nah. I can minus 10 Ugin, play some free stuff. I don't even remember what else I have on this deck. But anyway, let's put a bunch of free stuff on the battlefield. Let's put all of these things on the battlefield. Plus Ugin there. 0 casting cost, environmental sciences. What? Search for basic land and the opponent's done. Yep. Yep. So I should trust in myself a little bit more. Admittedly, I do get a little negative on things. I'm trying to think too far ahead, and then I don't see what's ahead of me sometimes. And such, or vice versa. But that was Ugin there doing stuff. Thank you. Okay, let's look at this artifact deck. This is maybe the third version of it, and I like this one best. Compared to, I might have shown one version of it weeks ago, but then I tweaked it, and then I mentioned it on my last video where I was ranking the Crimson Vow mechanics, and then there I mentioned the Oswald trick. So I'll show the actual deck right here. Mono white artifacts. Okay, so Chulane, that's a turn 4. No, that's a turn 5 commander. That pops off really well. I got removal for it. Alright, so no turn 1 play, although they go first, so maybe we'll get a turn 1 play. Evolving Wilds, okay. So if I get a turn 1 play, that would be nice. If not, okay, turn 2 Oswald, turn 3 Ecor Wellspring, which draws me a card, and then I can sacrifice it right away to draw another card and then go tutor for a 3-mana thing. Alright, that one just draws them a card. It's not a land or elf. Okay, so turn 2 here. They play blue mana, then they've got the ability for... Okay, blue mana, they've got counterspell possibly, but they're going to use it up. Okay, fine. No one plays that monument. What does it do? Blue spells cost you 1 less. Whenever you cast a creature spell, target creature opponent controls doesn't untap. Okay, that's going to be annoying. I should get rid of that. I want to do my artifact shenanigans, but I need to get rid of that. That's doing too much. That's reducing the cost of their commander, and it's then going to start to tap my stuff. So let's get rid of that. Patience. Okay, next turn, drop that Signet. Thassa. Okay, that's gonna get them card draw. Over and over, that's annoying as well. This Chulane deck is extremely annoying. It's also one of those very good... Okay, but I got removal. Actually, that's creature removal. I'm gonna have to waste my creature removal on their stupid 1/1 just because it's gonna draw them so many cards. Man. Exile target creature or planeswalker. That's not a creature yet. Some of the cards that I really, really hate are Thassa just because it's just so automatic with no thought. It just automatically does things. What do I want to do? Let's do the thing that my deck is supposed to do. Let's see what happens. But I need an exile. Do I have enchantment exile in this deck? Maybe, but that Thassa is just going to run away with things. So let's see. Alright, so I crack a 2-mana into a 3-mana, which should be the Sky Scanner, which gives me a blocker plus a card draw. I can then crack that Sky Scanner into a 4-mana, such as Light. Okay, I need that. I need that, but if I crack my... it's gonna shuffle. Okay, I need that, so I'm not gonna do the Oswald trick because I need that to I don't want to shuffle. Alright, so I'll play this. Attack with 5 in the air. One thing that's also fun about this deck is I can go tutor for a Black Blade Reforged. So +1/+1 for every land. Okay, they're gonna make a bunch of tokens here. Fine. That's an Icy Manipulator, who cares? They're gonna do 1 damage. Bounce that freaking Elvish again. I'm gonna get my Banishing Light to get rid of that freaking Thassa. what I'm telling you about just like the autopilot nature of this. They have 1 mana untapped for something. Hopefully it's not protection spell. Let's see. It could be God's willing, but I don't think it targets an artifact, an enchantment. Nope. Okay, there we go. Take that freaking Thassa combo out of here. Next, what I want to do is draw a card off of this. Eye of Vecna. That's gotta be a mana type? No, okay. Draw a card off of that. Play a land off of that. Sacrifice that scanner into a 4 mana artifact. At 4 mana, we can have a lot of fun. Let's go with Traxos. Put a 7/7 for free. We'll take Servant is just gonna auto untap it. Their Procession could do stuff. Tap an artifact or a creature. Okay, that'll slow me down a bit, but if they tap, oh man, fine. Everything gets wiped, that's fine. 1 mana left. Draw some more. Play this bird. Cost reduction. Plus a cost reduction. Plus untap. Okay, if they summon their commander, I will attack with. Yep, okay, that's gonna tap them out. So I'm still worried about it. I'm still worried about it having a 1 mana up. Aetherflux Reservoir. What is that 1 mana that it's equipped for 4? I would rather do this. I would rather... Two, 3, 4, 5. Okay, wait. 4, 5, 6, 8. It has 7 mana. 4, 5, 6. And I have 6 mana in total. All right. Do a little damage. Try to Wrath. I have 2 mana just in case they tithe. There we go. The combo for too many rattlesnakes and all this thinking is time to... It is... Alright, so they're gonna resummon that. They need card draw off of that. Fine. The music pause. It probably says, "Are you still there?" Yes, I'm still there. Now we're on It Came From the 80s Volume 8. The cat knocked down a... I'm playing some scary music and then the cat knocked down something. Oops, Johnny, do not want... Well, here's what I can do. Double cats, great. Alright, so here's what I will do. Here's what I will try to do. Tap 2 to awaken my idol. Well, again, I'm still weird about it's pausing for something. Pay 4, 2, 3, 4 to attach that Maul, that becomes a 4/4 flyer. Ah, they're tapping it. Never mind. Great. Fine, tap that because that's getting tapped out. Fine. Let's bring our commander in. Okay. They're just gonna tap me in the beginning. Okay, this is gonna be annoying. I'm pretty sure I've got disenchant or something for this, but that's gonna be annoying because if they pause priority, they're going to tap out my Oswald, which does the things that I need it to do. Okay, just making a bunch more cats, making a crater hoof. Great. Well, there we go. Your deck has no meaning, but you crater hoof to win. Amazing! That's the definition of cheap. My deck's obviously doing cool stuff, but then you just throw in a freaking crater hoof and then autopilot a win. Amazing. I totally disdain their junk pile of a deck. You're not doing anything meaningful. It's just all autopilot. Thassa just bouncing back your creature over and over for no reason. Indestructibility. You get a crater hoof for no reason. Wow. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Oswald versus Oswald. Let's see who did it better. This should be fun. They get a turn 1 artifact? Yes, they do. Esper Sentinel, you're kidding me. You're freaking kidding me. That's the perfect turn 1 play on that. Alright, let's read this again. Whenever an opponent casts their first non-creature spell each turn, draw a card unless they pay X, or X is their power. Alright, so I have to pay a 2 mana. I have to pay a freaking 2 mana and then pay for it. So, okay, let's make a servo. That servo will let me go tutor for an O-ring. So, let's do that. Let's pay for that. Do not get that thing. Go off an attack. Let's see if they block. Nope. Okay. I've got a blocker. Next turn, I'll just sacrifice my 0 casting cost. Okay, well, they're going to sacrifice that, make that stronger. Fine. Go get a 2 mana something, a 3 mana something. Alright, a wall. Fine. No problem. Let's sacrifice this 0 mana thing to go get a 1 mana. Hey there, Javier. Y ahora quien sí no soy yo, me miro en el espejo, me siento. That song is Mark Anthony. Yes, that is a good song. Okay, so we're gonna portable hole, get this freaking Esper guy out of here. And then going to grab a card draw here. There we go. So how are you doing, Javier? What time is it in the world for you at the moment? Here in sunny San Diego, it is currently 11:23 p.m. Ooh, Ornithopter. This is going to be my last game for the night. That's pretty cool strategy there. So they're going to go get something bigger there. I think they got the jump ahead of me versus... Oh, that's dumb. They got the jump ahead of me versus me. Mexico City, muy bien. Mi amiga is del DF. Alright, so what do I want to do here? I could just equip Black Blade and start just stomping them. Let's do that. Let's do that. I know I want to do shenanigans, but let's just go in with a huge creature. Oh, they're just going to block with their Ornithopter. But I'll have this pressure. A 3 mana into a 4 mana, or a 4 mana into a 5 mana. Okay, they're gonna go get a 5 mana something. out their Oswald. Can I go get my Maul? My Maul is 3 mana. Yeah, I can swap out the Servo for the Maul, auto-equip it to Oswald, and attack with like a 9/9. Alright, what are you gonna go get? What are you gonna go get? Oh, you sacrificed the Mystic Forge. That's interesting. Instead of the Hedron Archive. Okay, so 5 mana. What's a 5 mana artifact? There's a lot of good ones, of course. But let's see what they do. So anyway, my plan is I will go sacrifice this schematic. Oh, no, Paradox Engine. Okay, that's a good one. But I'm an 8/8. Well, I want to go get that Black Blade, but then I don't have an attacker, so actually I'm just gonna keep attacking with this big one. Draw a card. Get a mana. Get a creature. Okay, Paradox Engine is going to have them retap that, raise their reservoir. Good, they're going to gain a little life. I don't think they can afford to do the Oswald trick. And then Mace, that's a good one. They're sacrificing their 3 mana artifact into a 4 mana artifact. What are they gonna go get for 4? Alright, Solemn draws them a card. Well, I'll probably just have to let's just pass the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's just pass this Black Blade onto my flyer. I guess I need to do that. And then hope for the best. Okay, now I can sacrifice my 2 mana thing to get my 3 mana. Okay, what are they gonna do? 4 mana into 5. They get a Mishra's Replicator. Okay, they're gonna make copies of things. That's fine. Forsaken Monument, nice. Makes them a lot of mana. Sure. Sacrifice. That's a 0 mana cost. That's a 0 into the Immortal Sun. Okay, never mind. Fine. That's a thing. As for myself, let's sacrifice this to go get this, which auto-equips into this. We'll play a God's Pharaoh's statue to make all their spells cost more. Yep, artifact deck. That 1/1 is an 11/11. Deals a damage, untap that. First strike 10/10, so whatever they attack with, who cares? I need to get rid of that Immortal Sun. Oops, they're gonna crack their thing. Okay, let's see what happens. Replicator using your artifact deck. It does good stuff, definitely. Oh, it does make an exact copy. I thought it was gonna be a 0 casting cost token, but it's a 5 casting cost token. Alright, fine. You gain a bunch of life, you untap everything. Get another 5/5. You're gonna sacrifice another 5 mana into a 6 mana. What else? You got their own. You have their own. We each have our own thing. I can sacrifice a 1 mana to go get a 2 mana removal, but I don't have any 1 mana artifacts. Maybe I can go get another equipment. Okay, that's an 11. I can sacrifice a 2 mana into 3. Do I have any more 3 mana equipments to grab? Or I can bring in a 2 mana into 3. Yeah, let's just bring out my protection here. Who knows if they're going to target my flyer. So let's just protect it, and then let's crack a 2 mana, which also draws me a card when it enters, and when it leaves it draws you a card. So draw a card, 3 mana. What do I do with 3 mana? Oh, Unstable Obelisk. That will destroy anything eventually. That'll destroy their Immortal Sun or whatever. So let's one more damage. Untap that. Alright, that draws them 2 cards. I don't like that. Play a land. Okay, that does nothing, but it's going to draw them cards. Or not draw them cards, but gain them life. You're going to crack. What do you want to crack? Your reservoir. Instead of gaining life, you would rather trade it for something. Okay. Sure. 7 mana something. What's that 7 mana? Oh, that's going to be Meteor Golem, but I've got Hexproof. Yeah, Meteor Golem, but I've got Hexproof. Whoops. Oh no, they're going to destroy. Okay, they're going to destroy. Okay, that's fine. They're going to destroy the protection, but not the creature. Okay. Oh no, they're destroying. Ah man, they destroyed the Black Blade. Fine. Okay, well, I need my Wrath of God. On my next turn, I could destroy... With my Unstable Obelisk, I could destroy their commander, which obviously the whole point of these decks is the commander. That'll set them back 1 turn. Ah, they're going to do their own Maul, and that's going to be there. Okay, I'm going to have to destroy that Maul. Fine. I could destroy the Maul, or I could destroy... How much is that? 6, 12, 6 times 3 is 18, 19, 20. That's lethal. Ugh. Well... Alright, well, they got a couple of things a little bit further than me, and then in the end it just got away from me. But that replicator, making copies of itself and then sacrificing, and I didn't get a chance to remove their commander fast enough. If I hadn't wasted my turn at the very beginning when they did their Esper Sentinel right away on turn 1, that's always bad. And then that kind of set me back in terms of I had to deal with it instead of doing my commander things, and then they were able to do their commanders. So I needed to draw a board wipe, and I didn't get a board wipe, so GG. Alright, well, I've been streaming for 3 hours and 40 minutes on this Halloween time, so thanks everyone for coming to hang out. If you're not subscribed to the channel on YouTube or Twitch, make sure you do that. Follow me on YouTube and Twitch. If you haven't, got some new cool videos coming soon. And then, and I do the streaming every Saturday. Streaming Saturday, and here I am visiting as my costume on Halloween. So let's actually, I want to do this. Let's change the music as I finish up for the moment. Let's put this classic music over here. Where is it? Where is it? Right here. So let's end at this point. Thanks everyone for coming to hang out. Have a great rest of the weekend or the rest of the week, etc. You are welcome. See you next time.